welcome to the Good morning and welcome to the Maski TV podcast. I'm Nicole Mostert, and Maski Learning this morning is launching, or should I say relaunching, our very much loved series, They Fought for Freedom. And I am super excited to be joined by one of the publishers, or actually the publisher of the series, Claire Verstraete, who is the English languages publisher here at Maski Learning. Claire, it is so cool to have you in the studio with us today.
It's lovely to be with you, Nicole, and all our viewers.
Yay! Please, let's just jump straight into it, Claire, and tell us a little bit about the books and also Maski Learning's vision for this series.
Sure. So this series has been a few years coming, and I'm so excited and passionate that I get the opportunity to be involved in publishing this series. We are publishing 5 of the 20 titles, and we basically felt that what we're needing to do is to create a commemorative reprint, if you like, to revive a series that was so popular almost 2 decades ago. And so our vision is to roll out these books successively. And so we've started with 5, but we aim to continue with the other 15 thereafter. And we just feel that it's just such a timely moment for these books to be on the market. We saw at the weekend that A Wall of Remembrance was launched at Robben Island, and we're really trusting that this book will be in the hands of every South African and beyond.
Yeah, and tell me, which 5 are you launching, or are we launching with first?
Sure. So I've got in studio with me one of the books. We've got the Nelson Mandela, and then thank you. And then we've got Lillian Goyi, we have Helen Suzman, Steve Biko, and Desmond Tutu.
Yes. Okay, stunning.
Yeah.
And Claire, tell me, if we go behind the scenes, I always like a little bit of behind the scenes for a moment, and talk about the publishing journey on a series like this. What is your role as a publisher in reviving a series like this one?
The journey is quite an intricate one. It is almost like a wheel with many moving parts. One of the key parts would be the rights and permissions for the legal and proper use of third-party content, and we're talking about a lot of archival material, photos and so on. And just to give you some of the history, these books are so old that we actually didn't have open files. So we needed to extract the content, we needed to rework it, we needed to update it for our modern readership, and then we need to apply for permission for all the photographs and quotes. The books are full of quotes and maps, and just to bring the series to life. And that can be a process that can take at least 5 months, and it's an enormous task, in fact. So as the publisher, one is working very much in team. There is no such thing as a solo effort when producing something like this. It does feel like a kind of a birth. And we've got a proofreader involved, we've got typesetters, managing editors, we have reviewing going on. So it is a very rich process. And I would say that these days, as you know, traditional publishing is very much evolving. And we can say that, MML as an educational resource provider is going beyond and expanding beyond traditional publishing, which is why we're sitting in a beautiful studio like this, compliments, and we're able to reach our readers through many channels, direct channels. We've got the studio, we can do clips, we can do videos. There are so many ways that we can interact with our readers, and that's something that creates a multi-platform experience, which is what we need to really think about, because if we look at our readers today, it's not just a matter of reading a book. It's about engaging, it's about commenting, feedback, LinkedIn, testimonials, being able to really engage with the material beyond just the written word.
Yeah, that's so true. And for our listeners out there, or viewers out there, what is an open file even? What does that mean that you guys don't have those?
So essentially, we need to, in order to edit and update the material, we need to be able to edit files. And so we just literally had PDFs. And then, of course, when it comes to photos, a lot of the original photos, we couldn't actually get hold of them. So we were, big thanks and shout out to our rights and permissions team, who really took this project on by the horns and managed to liaise with the Nelson Mandela Foundation, the Tutu Foundation, the Suzman Foundation, in order to develop a relationship and to see how we could get substitutes for photos that we originally didn't have.
Yeah.
So it feels like almost a resurrection, a complete, what is the word? Revamp,
Yes.
Refurbish.
Yes.
A lot of thought and time went into
Amazing.
that, and a lot of passion.
Yes.
A lot of passion.
I can see and hear, yes. And then tell me, Claire, there are a lot of books out there about struggle heroes, right? So what is it that makes this series unique in its appeal?
And this takes us back to your original question about our vision. So this book, this series, the 20 books, were originally pitched at our FET learners, grades 10 to 12, social science learners. And to that end, the book is very accessible. So as you can see, you will find, not see, that it's quite a simple read. We have maps at the front, we have a glossary at the back, and then we also have books that people can source to read further about each hero. So we've deemed this a book in your bag. And this is where our vision comes in. We want to expand our reach to include an international audience. In other words, we have thousands of tourists flocking to our shores over the festive season and throughout the year.
Yeah, of course.
And what we've done now is we've even included in the glossary those slang words that, South African slang, that our visitors might not be familiar with. We've got vet cook, we've got pup. And so we really wanted to make sure that the books were as accessible as possible. So we're straddling not only the FET learners, and this is a fantastic resource, a supplementary resource for the classroom. But we're going beyond that. We want to appeal to general readers out there. Those who want to have a little bit of a dip into some of the early years of our struggle heroes. It might not be that you want to read a rather thick tome. You might want to just have a read. It's perfect at a stopover. We're thinking, a tourist can pop this book in their bag on the plane. And the aim is to make it an enjoyable, hearty read. And to include archival footage to bring these stories to life. So that is where we are expanding our vision to be more inclusive this time around.
Yes. Okay, that's awesome. And again, that's my behind the scenes love. Can you share any memorable moments or challenges from the creation of the series that perhaps stands out for you?
Oh my goodness, yes. So I think other publishers will relate when I say that when you get to see that first set of pages with the photographs in color, the updated maps, we wanted to make sure that we wanted to be up to date also with city and town names. So for the reader, we've included the new names.
Great.
And so we were quite meticulous going through the text, going, wait a minute, did this town change? But also keeping a sense of relevance and respect to the historical time in which each hero lived. So I think for me, first pages, hands down, seeing, and then every time our rights and permissions team, shout out to them, would say, we've got it, we've got another high res, it's made it, we've got it, we're adding to your collection. That's awesome. And then I must say that getting the book in our hands, on our desks, I think it was, it was yesterday. Wow, so exciting to actually flip through the books, to have it in your hand. And we're so excited about I want to just mention, we created a brand new spec inspired by shweshwe, which is known as the denim of South Africa. So somebody out there, you've got a shweshwe picnic blanket, you've got a shweshwe notebook, you've got a shweshwe, this print actually on my skirt is inspired by shweshwe. And so that's part of it, just seeing the design pull through in the book. And each book is a different color. So we really went with big, vibrant colors. So Mandela's green, and then, for example, Tutu's purple. So it's also a great look. And just a sneak foretaste is that we're in the middle of, I've just submitted my design for the box cover. We're creating a premium collection, a box set, just in time for Christmas. So that will be all 5 books in a shweshwe designed box set. And so these books are available individually. And also if you really want to have them as a set, you can get the box set.
Awesome. So excited. And lastly, Claire, Heritage Month is all about, sharing our cultural history and celebrating our shared history. How do you hope that this series will inspire young South Africans to learn more about their heritage?
So I think that it's so valuable and important to commemorate those who've gone before us and to know those who have struggled for freedom. And this theme itself is so relevant today. In South Africa, there is a struggle. We are struggling for freedom. We're fighting for freedom in different areas, in different walks of life. And so we've heard our interns, check out our videos on LinkedIn. We've had some of our lovely interns just feeding back on, I would love to read about Steve Biko, or I know about Mandela, but I'd love to hear about Steve Biko's early years and what was Black consciousness really all about. And I think we can learn such valuable lessons in delving into the lives. These were iconic figures, and yes, you can see statues of each one, but these were people. They went through real struggles. We're not trying to portray these people as saints. So this is reality. We're really wanting to offer different perspectives, and we try not to be too concluding or to offer too much of a conclusion on each. We really want to leave the floor open to revive discussion in the classroom for adults, really not just learners, to really talk about it and to refresh those stories that remain so relevant today. I think we really have an opportunity to learn, each one of us, from the humility that we see from these heroes in these pages. They were ordinary people with an extraordinary sense of purpose, and I'm so humbled and honored. Excuse me.
No, it's fine. And I'm so touched, because I think that the meaning that these heroes have had for us as different types of South Africans across racial groups, across generations, is actually that profound. And this really has been a labor of love. And as a Maski Miller learning a night, how do we call ourselves? I am keenly aware of how much these types of stories mean to the company as a whole. So I'm thrilled that this has been done, that we've got these beautiful new books. Just tell me, Claire, I know that the electronic version will be available on MML's website,
That's
on
right.
our e-store. And when can we grab one of these hard copies in store? Do we have a time
these
of day?
books they're going to be in bookstores. We're hoping to have them on Robben Island and elsewhere.
Okay.
So we in the process of working that out with our
Great.
sales team.
Yeah.
But literally, Mandela will be coming out first.
Okay.
So we're looking at Mandela in the 2nd or 3rd week of October. We just need to get it to the warehouse, and of course, we also want to have that box ready.
Yes.
To pack those 5 in there. So I would say, to be safe, by 1 November.
Okay.
As I say, there are 5 books, and they will each be coming out successively.
Okay.
So we are totally guns blazing in our
Yes.
production department on those, finalizing final details. And I just want to also take the opportunity to thank our CEO and Director of Product for creating a space for these books to come to life, and to affording us the opportunity as a team to work on a project like this.
Yeah,
it has
great.
been such a special experience, and we really need to just give a shout out of thanks to each one who's been involved in making sure that these books end up on the shelves. And that's all our teams, from marketing, sales, and we're looking forward. We have a launch coming up.
We have a launch coming up.
We do.
And on that merry note, we've got lots happening at the MML office today. Like Claire said, we've got an actual They Fought for Freedom launch for our colleagues here in the building, which I'm very much looking forward to. Please do keep an eye on our socials. You can follow Maski Miller Learning on our various social platforms, as well as Maski and Maski TV. If you want any updates about where you can get your hands on one of these books and when they're coming out, please also reach out to us directly if you have any questions, or if you're so desperate you absolutely want a commitment from our side. So we will be seeing you again shortly. I am going to be doing another Maski TV podcast with our Head of Humanities and Languages, Alison Stahls. Don't go anywhere. We will see you soon. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.